Day 19, inside temperature +4. Our room, we had a heater on, and the heater said it was +14 over by the heater, but the thermometer by my face said +10. So it was cold, but with the good blankets, you know, not so bad. Looks like we're gonna have a sunny day, so that should help us out a lot. The sun makes such a difference out here. But it was pretty windy, I think. I think it was pretty windy overnight, and so the house is, you know, there's a lot of air movement in the house, and so the temperature dropped down to +4, -3 outside, so 7-degree difference. Hopefully the basement's okay. We're getting to the point where we need to worry about the pipes. But we're gonna have a good day today. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna hit the linen bathroom. Gonna do the ceiling, hopefully, Lord willing, paint the pipes. We're gonna clean the floor, and Leslie's gonna start working on the trim. I might even start working on trying to fix the toilet. So it should be a good day. The internet says that it's +2, but I took this thermometer outside, and yeah, it feels more like that, slightly below 0, and it continues to go down. Thankfully, the sun is out, so hopefully the house is warming up a bit.
Oh, we may go back into the city one day this week before we're gone to look at a little more furniture, stuff like that. So I came downstairs so that I can do a little measure in here, which, as you can see, we haven't made boatloads of progress, but it's coming. You can't tell, but it is coming. And yeah, so I'm gonna measure for some twin beds, probably one here, and still not sure what we're going to do with our fireplace area, and probably one over in this corner, so that everyone feels kind of like they're tucked in. And then in the girls' side, we're just gonna flank them against that wall with a nice piece in the middle, and hopefully that works out great. So we will do some measurements so that we're ready to go. So you can see I still now have to come back and sand all of the cracks I filled. Then I'll get that primed, I hope today, with the sun outside today. It usually means it's gonna be much nicer in here. So we'll do that. I wanna keep priming up there. It's very hard. I'm always on my tippy toes on the ladder because I'm just a little short. But the prime seems to be sticking nicely on that. That was my little test case from where I had peeled off a bunch of paint. It seems to be doing well. And of course, this whole thing got primed, and then the door. So we'll keep trucking. I'm not sure we're gonna get to the stencil, but you know, stranger things have happened. If not, we'll be doing it in February when we're trying to put everything together, and I think it's gonna look awesome. I can't wait.
All right, first job for today is to do a little cleaning in this room. Leslie wants to paint out the trim, but she came in to start and it was just way too dusty and there's way too much stuff on the ground. So I'm giving it a good, good hand cleaning and trying to get everything off. There's still a lot of chips that are gonna need to be painted, but at least it's flat, so she'll be able to get to it. The nice thing about working with grout and thin set is, even though you made a mess, and I probably should have covered this better, but it all comes off really nice. You know, the big pieces come off like that, and then you just take I'm trying to do this with one hand. You know, you just go over it, and the little pieces come off, and it cleans up real nice. Well, 12 noon. I think it's been, I wonder how many years it's been since some of these areas have been cleaned. I was up on the ladder cleaning up all this, all the trim and everything, so that Leslie can do some painting today. This bathroom's gonna be a good one. We're making good progress. I should close that door to give you the full effect. You get the black and white kind of vibe going in, and that, oh, I can't wait to get the wallpaper up. Hopefully this week. And this came nice and clean. Took a little bit of elbow grease, but we got her.
So when I was training the dog when he was a puppy for various tasks for me, the one thing we did was train him with a bell to come. Started at the beach because it was nice to be able to have him come when we wanted him to, because sometimes he gets in predicaments out there. And I knew if we were coming here, this is a big property, and I want him to come in when we think he should probably come in. So I invested in a bell. Can you see the bell? And if you've hung out with us ever at all, you'll also know that we have a family whistle. It started with our cat, so that when we were doing youth group or things like that and I wanted her to come in before we were gone, I would whistle. Me, Bingley! Mr. Bingley! Come! There he is! Hi, Bingy! How you doing? I know I switched doors on you, didn't I? Well, it worked. Now he expects a treat, but fair enough.
The weather is incredibly still today. I should get the drone out and we can talk about the roof a little bit. One of the first thoughts Leslie had when we had the vandalism the other day was, if it was human vandals, why wouldn't have they pushed over the statue? It might, I mean, it's bolted on there, but I don't think it'd be any heavier than those big urns. It's also interesting reading people's comments. Some people were sympathetic, and then there's a few others that were kind of like, why do you care so much about urns? Who cares? You know, don't, you know, quit whining kind of thing. And I was like, yeah, I hear you. On the other hand, they're probably worth $1,000. And my guess is if someone broke into your house and smashed your TV or couple TVs, that would take you a second to think about. Again, it's just stuff. You're right. It's not of eternal importance, but when someone comes in and breaks something, it does, you know, it throws you a little bit, especially if it hasn't happened too much in life. So we're adjusting. No big deal.
So we've given it all a nice sand and a little scuff up. Gonna get rid of all of the dust, and then do nice little wipe down, whoop, with a cleaner, and then I may actually get to do the fun part. Priming always reminds me of like the first snow in Saskatchewan, when all of your garden and everything just looks perfectly clean and delightful. That's how I feel about primer.
All right, this afternoon we're working on chandeliers. We're going to try to put these guys up and also change out these sconces, these modern sconces. Now, we took off the first one after walking around the whole house and turning off many, many breakers. And it looks like we've got to cover that up. So this has been kind of gouged out. And so Leslie has an idea for a wood backing plate that will sit behind our sconces. Right.
You're gonna have to imagine sideways.
Yeah, well, we don't have to
shape,
imagine anything. We'll just go like this.
This shape is reoccurring in the house.
Yeah, all over the place.
And we're needing a back plate for some of these sconces.
Yeah.
So I'm just experimenting to see what we may like.
So we're gonna get the saw out and try to see if we can do it.
Yeah, well, let's try.
Yeah. All right, safety first. We turned the breaker off, but we want to double check to make sure there's no power. And indeed, no power. Check this out too. Yep, there's a few dead bugs there.
Hey, after a good long time in the basement this morning, getting a bunch of trim done and shutters that never seem to end because there's front and back and inside and outside and everything else, we are finally back in the London bathroom, and Rob has done a smashing job cleaning up. And now onto some black trim. Let's see if the black we chose can blend beautifully and we can get going on this place. Okay, drum roll. One of my happiest moments is when you get to open the paint can. Isn't it funny? The name is called Downing Street. Appropriate. Here in France, they tape the outside, presumably because they think that there's a leak in your car, which, you know, polite. A little annoying to get off, but polite. All right, there's our Downing Street. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. I've got to find my paint opener. I brought it home. I brought it here from America. Oh, there it goes. That worked pretty good. Oh, it's looking pretty good, guys. I can't wait. We paint a door, you may ask? Well, one of my favorite things was to call my mom and have a nice chat while I painted our front door, which I did semi-regularly just because I like to change the color. However, there are some rules on how to paint a door. In this one especially, it has all of these setback recessed panels, and you do all of those first because there's a lot of detail, crevices, and whatnot that you need to do first, just so that you can get in all of them and get it so that it feathers in nicely to all the exterior perimeter pieces. And you do all of those first, then the outside style pieces, and then it'll be a beautiful, smooth job.
We may feel like we're obsessing about the cold, but there's a bunch of reasons. First of all, paint has to dry, and tile and all of those things. So, and of course, we don't want the pipes to freeze. It is just so much warmer over here. That sun comes out, and the world is a beautiful place.
Okay, we're coming along. I've done the perimeter borders, and the sun is starting to fade in here. So I have the door left. I did the perimeter trim, but there's only so much light. So we will try and see how much we can get done.
So this is the kind of project that you just think, oh, this would be fun, you know, if you were a retired guy, you had some time just to kick back and do some woodworking. I'm gonna try to make these backings for these sconces. So I'm gonna start off by cutting 4 40 centimeter by 15 centimeter pieces. Okay, here we go. Trying to make our own, gotta stain it. Now one of the things we gotta do is I'm gonna try to route, put a little bit of a bevel on there. I only have this many bits here in France, so it would be nice to have a couple more. I think this one's gonna work. I think this is the closest. We're not gonna make it too deep, so we only may just do the top little bit of that. But we'll play around with it with some spare pieces of wood and see if we can get something that looks good. You know, again, you probably don't want to hire me as your woodworker, but we're gonna stain that up, and that's gonna sit behind those sconces, and I think it might look all right. Kind of looks cool. It's homemade. All right, we made a mess, but yeah, we got 4, and we'll get those things stained up, and then we'll also cut some custom holes for the wires to go through and stuff. It's gonna be good, I think, hope. The sun is down, but when you're doing some fun jobs, it's not bad to work a little longer. Oh, that's gonna be good, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Be sitting on the wall up there. And there, 4 of them in this room. All right, we're giving these guys a stain, and this is probably a job Leslie should have done. I'm not sure if I know what to do here, but put the stain on, put it off, and we'll see how it turns out tomorrow. Usually we try to be done, you know, by dinner, and we try to not work when it's dark out, but it just made sense to get it going because obviously you want it drying for tomorrow. So a little bit of work in the evening today. We're going out for some pizza. This is a new place in La Flèche, and it's one of the nicer pizza places. It's not, the ratings aren't crazy good. Like that one yesterday was 4.8, but it's very much Italian style, very new, wood burning pizza. Hopefully we'll get in without a reservation. And it's great. It's been so nice to go out for dinner at the end of the day. A lot of times we had to do lunch because places aren't open, but the days we've gone out in the evening has been very pleasant because you finish your work, and we've been in a cold house all day, and so our face, like for me, my face is burning. If you've lived in a cold climate, you know what I'm talking about. You come inside and it's like it was like 5-10 in the house. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm tired. My back hurts tonight. There was a lot of painting, running up and down ladders. It's good. It's nice to sit warm
We're gonna
by
have a
the
great
fire.
little meal. Yeah. Super cool. I was like wood burning fires, pizza. Italy's the best. $5-6. Big huge pizza. Tastes awesome. But it's good to have Italian style here in France.
We got an entree for 2. Good French charcuterie.
Looks great.
Yeah, and the bread too. I think we tried it with oil last time. It was good. It does not look terrific. That is the queen pizza. Mushrooms, ham, cheese. And what do you got there, Leslie?
It smells good. I got gnocchi, and it is sizzling, and a
at
lovely
it.
little salad, nice
Oh,
and
that was
crisp.
terrific. What's in the middle there?
I think it's burrata.
It's a big thing of cheese.
It's like a fresh mozza, I suspect.
Yeah, pretzel mozza. Oh man, this is gonna be great. Happy we're here. Oh, it's really good. Nice thin pizza here. We're just talking about how weird it is that we shoot 1 video a day, like so much footage. It's gonna be weird to stop. What do we got there, Les?
Tiramisu maison. So their house recipe for the tiramisu.
Yeah, it looks
And
good.
You have
And
a
then
cafe latte.
Yeah, I splurged. I got a cafe latte. It was $2.50 instead of the espresso was $2. Usually I just drink coffee at home, but it's late. I'm missing coffee. Yum. Is it good? Ooh, can't wait.